Leader of the Bastards. That was one of my nickname, guys, as a Special Forces operator. Mainly because I love and I thrive having the hard conversations that nobody wanted to have. I love working with the misfits. I love working with the bastards, the war dogs, the degenerates, mainly because I know for a fact before they came to special operation, they won't like that. And I also know how vital they are to the work that we do in the field. So I knew exactly how to help those dudes and enable them to perform at their peak. Because at the end of the day, we didn't sign up for underwater basket weaving. Those are the SEALs. We signed up to shoot people in the face. And in order for that to happen, you need a certain breed of men. And to lead those men, you got to be a super type A dude. Guys, today we're going to talk about 5 signs that you are a shitty leader. If this stings, then it's probably you. At the end of the day, in order to lead the quality of men that we have in Special Forces, you yourself have to be a different type of leader. Without any delay, guys, let's get into these 5 signs. These signs are in no particular order, all right? They don't hold a certain weight. These are just some of the things that I've seen throughout my years in the regiment, being around different leaders, and I make it my purpose to craft my leadership style differently just so I can lead to the best of my ability. So the first sign is you're afraid to make a decision that is solely up to you. Guys, in Special Forces, as a leader, as a team sergeant, as a captain, as a warrant, your job is to make decisions. Accept the fact that some of your decisions are going to be bad. Some are going to be good. Your guys are going to realize that, and your guys are going to notice that, and eventually you're going to get removed from that team and you're going to get fired. Because what they don't want is to go down range with you, somebody that can't make a decision, and they're running and gunning and they're looking for you for guidance, and you can't provide it to where somebody else has to step up and make that decision. If you can't make that decision, then what good are you? Then why are you there? So if this applies to you guys, make sure you get it taken care of and start making decisions. The guys will respect you more if you grab your balls, make the decision, and own the fuck-ups when something bad happens. Sign number 2 that you are a shitty leader. You tell a different story from what actually happens. I've actually seen this happen too many times in the regiment. So during our cycle, you have Ember, Green, and Red. Red cycle is typically when we get tasked to go do a bunch of shitty details that nobody wants to do, right? There's a rotation as far as which company has red cycle taskings. And as a team sergeant, your job is to politic on your guys' behalf so you don't get the shitty fucking taskings. So all the EAs will go in the Sergeant Major's office and we'll hash it out like, hey, I can't do this tasking because of X, Y, and Z. I can't do this because of X, Y, and Z, so on and so forth. So I've had team sergeants that were in the team room talking to the dudes, and they look at every single dude in the face and say, hey, man, check it out. I'm going to go into the Sergeant Major's office. I'm going to tell him we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't do this, we can't do that for whatever reason. And the dudes are amped up like, fuck yeah, we're going to get, a good red cycle tasking, and we don't have to worry about doing this bullshit. Come to find out, he goes into the Sergeant Major's office and he pretty much volunteers his guys to go do that task. And they're saying, hey, yeah, Sergeant Major, we can do that, we can do that. And then he goes back to the team room and he looks the dude in the face and say, hey, man, I didn't have a choice. Sergeant Major said we had to do. That's what I'm talking about as for spinning the story to make you look good when you are actually selling your guys out and throwing them under the bus, all right? If that's you and you're in the regiment, it is what it is. Own it and just realize that you're just a fucked up leader. Sign number 3, guys, is you're a people pleaser. Guys, you can't be a leader and a people pleaser at the same time. You're going to have to make a decision. In group, often if a guy grows up on a team and he makes E8 to the point where he's going to start leading, they'll remove him from that team and they'll put him somewhere brand new because he has grown up on that team. He knows everybody. He's buddy with them. Whenever he transitions to a leadership role, it's going to be a lot harder for him to put that hat on and start to lead. Just realize that as a leader, you're going to have to piss off that junior Bravo, that senior Charlie. You're going to have to piss off that Sergeant Major, that command Sergeant Major. You're going to have to piss off that captain, that warrant, in order to make sure that the mission gets accomplished. If you're pleasing everybody, then you're getting nothing done. So if you're a people pleaser, look into it and get it fixed. So number 4 is an important one, guys. If you take credit for stuff that you didn't do, that is a strong sign that you're a shitty leader. As a good leader, You should never take credit for shit that other people have done. Even if you are in charge of it, even if you led it, you should never take credit for it because you're not the one actually doing the work. You should take every chance you get to bless the guys that work under you. Hey man, we had an awesome mission. We rescued a hostage successfully, so on and so forth. Hey, Sergeant Major, check it out. My junior Bravos did this. My senior Charlies did this. My Deltas, they were on point. They executed flawlessly. That just shows more about your character and your leadership potential when you do that, as opposed to, yep, it was all me. I put a boot to those dudes' ass and we got it done and now give me all the praise. That's a sign of a shitty leader, guys, and hopefully that's not you. Last but not least, guys, and this one is an important one because I actually experienced this a couple of months back, is you gotta be willing to have the hard conversations, regardless of what it is. Doing so does two things. Number one, it shows your subordinates how to actually conduct those hard conversations. One of the problems that we have in the regiment right now is no one is willing to sit down with a guy and tell him that he's fucked up. Everybody just keeps kicking the can down the road until that guy finally explodes and shit gets on CNN or Fox News. As leaders, as special forces leaders, we are supposed to thrive in those situations. We know the type of man that we manage. And if we don't have that conversation with them, we're doing them a disservice because we're not showing them how to have those conversations, guys. Second reason is it'll actually show the guys that you care about their well-being and that you want the best for them by pointing out their flaws. If everything's always sunshine and rainbows, the guys are just going to think that they can do whatever they want and that you're not going to step up to them and tell them that they're fucked up. A good example of this was, approximately 8 months ago, I started this YouTube channel to be able to share my knowledge and wisdom with whoever's willing to listen, right? Of course, as soon as it took place, everybody within the regiment fired up in arms because we're quiet professionals and we're not supposed to do this, we're not supposed to do that. But check it out, man. I earned this beret just like everyone else. So if I decide to do this, that's on me. So the leaders that actually have a set of balls, they reached out to me. They were like, hey, Jay, I noticed you on YouTube. What's going on? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And I spoke to them. I told them, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. This is my purpose. This is my mission. And they understood. But there's also a different set of SF guys, which every organization have them, right? The beta males pretending to be alpha males. They're behind the scenes talking shit. And I'm still active duty, right? I have access and placement. I got dudes throughout the regiment that I've coached, teaching mentors that have my back. And I caught whiff of senior leaders talking shit, right? Behind my back, talking about how I'm doing this and that I shouldn't be doing this, blah, blah, blah. But at no point in time did any of those guys grab their freaking Green Beret balls, pick up the phone, and give me a call. They know where I work. They know I'm still active duty. They didn't do that. And finally, something was said that I just couldn't let go. So I did the legwork and I got a hold of that guy. I sent him a text and I was like, hey, this is who I am. I heard you talking shit. Give me a call. Let's hash it out. Crickets. Because what I realized is the fake alpha males, they don't like being confronted. They don't want to have those hard face-to-face conversations. I made it my point to go seek that guy out. And finally, I got him to speak with me and we hashed it out. If that's you guys, if you're hiding behind the scene, talking shit instead of picking up the phone and confronting whoever face on, then you're a shitty leader, plain and simple. And you shouldn't be in a position of power. Guys, this isn't a rant. This isn't Pissed Off Tuesdays, all right? I just wanted to share some of the bad leadership qualities that I've seen throughout my 20 years of military experience and hope that they serve you in one way, shape, or form. If you possess one of these traits, then you can go to work to reverse engineer this and not do those things so you can be a better leader if you're currently leading. If you're not, whenever you get to that position, then you could change a few things so you can be a better leader. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any useful tips as far as bad things that you've seen within the regiment that guys could change to make them a better leader, leave it in the comment section below, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.